We're talking about podcasts. We're talking about itty bitty podcasts. Podcasts. Merry Mini Monday, Chunkies. I'm Carter.
I am Doge.
And this one, it's Jordan. Everyone's at home. Not much to do. Pass me the peanut butter pretzels. All of this was in the news. It's the news time. That's it. Like, there's no movie stuff. We were talking about that before. I was so excited. I had 2-3 strong weeks of like, yes, this is going to be what Mini Mondays are structured off of. Not anymore.
Nope. Wrong.
But thankfully,
we still have entertainment news.
We still have entertainment news. I guess we can talk about that. Last of Us is now like later
infinitely
of us.
delayed.
I don't know what to say. Like,
Here's
it's not
my
floating
thoughts on
in
that.
the ether.
Here's my thoughts. And I know people have been hitting me up all day long, writing letters. They've been skywriting in the sky by my house. Doge, what are your thoughts on The Last of Us being delayed indefinitely? And I think it's for 2 reasons. One, it's exactly what they stated. They want to have a really good, really strong physical release. And it is not responsible or safe to release something physically right now and ask people to go to a store and buy it. And the second thing is that I just get the sense that there's a little bit of like, hey, this game is post-apocalyptic in a world where a pandemic has broken out and destroyed society. And I feel like as the team, they're probably a little bit like, maybe let's wait until that's not such a touchy idea.
No, less realistic.
Dude. Contagion is one of the top movies in the US right now.
That is true.
Sure. But the producers of Contagion didn't decide that it would be. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if I had created that, I would be like, stop watching my movie. Like, watch something else. Watch something wholesome and fun. Don't watch something that's going to freak you out more.
It's tough. I guess it's like when you're in a sad mood and you listen to sad music.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe that's what it is.
I feel like
it's like when you get dumped and you watch The Fault in Our Stars every day.
That's right.
I think it gives people... I think sometimes that kind of thing, though, can give people like a weird sense of control over the situation. You know, if you're playing The Last of Us and it's about, I mean, this one, The Last of Us, I guess, is more fungus than virus. But if you're playing The Last of Us about a pandemic that has wiped out so many people and you get to blast that pandemic in the face, might feel pretty good. Might be cathartic.
Yeah, but what if you're like, man, that felt good to blast that pandemic in the face. Let me go blast some real life pandemic people in the face.
That feels like a pretty large leap to me, but...
No, I would say video games are the source of all violence in the world. And you know that's where I stand and that's what I believe.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on vaccines?
They're not real. I've seen the science. I don't think it adds up.
Yeah, I get that.
Before our podcast becomes something completely different,
I do want to just go back and say that was Joke Doge talking. Vaccines are good and video games are good. I feel like I need to just state that very clearly. Both of those things are very good.
No, don't be a coward. I want you to stand firm.
So without Last of Us, without all these movies, now we do have the onwards of the world that are going straight to stream.
It's true.
Outside of all that, I do have a very important question. One of the oldest questions here at Mini Monday. What you streaming?
Ooh,
yeah. Thank you.
What are you streaming?
A classic. You cracked that one open. That is an aged 2019 vintage Mini Monday blend.
I
Mini
smell
Monday
it.
blend.
It smells so good.
Doesn't it?
It smells really good.
grapes.
I have an answer, actually. It's great.
Oh.
Callie and I we watched all of The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. It was great.
Oh my gosh. It's amazing.
It's so good. We watched all of Fleabag.
I need to do that. Okay.
It's on Amazon
I forgot
Prime.
about that one.
2 seasons, super short.
Was winning everything.
Yeah,
last
it won
year.
a lot of stuff.
Yeah, Phoebe Waller-Bridge is cleaning up for that.
The number one fave for the boy is we're watching Better Call Saul now. Finally.
Dude.
It took me too long.
Does it have it? So I've heard many people tell me it's got the Breaking Bad energy, the Breaking Bad heat. And it's not that I don't believe them, because I know some of them are listening and I would never tell them I don't believe them, because I do believe them. It just, there's something about it that seems so hard to believe that it would have that kind of heat, that kind of energy.
No, I think it totally does. I mean, I don't think anything will ever top Breaking Bad, but I mean, it's still Vince Gilligan. You still get there's the insane attention to detail. Like the thing that I keep being blown away by is Vince Gilligan has this ability with establishing shots and sound design unlike anybody else. Things like a truck driving on the road and the first shot is from the undercarriage of the truck going along the highway instead of looking at it away. And like anytime you're up underneath it, the sound is huge. And then, you're a quarter mile out just watching it pull up to a stop sign and it's almost dead silent. Like he's just so good at setting the stage for what's about to happen. So,
well, and even still, I think what blows my mind is the fact that he had a lucrative country music career and then starts making
I know
epic shows.
Yeah. Is Amy Grant
that's
cool
what
with
happens.
this?
I don't know.
That's what I always
Pause. There's a cockroach in my house and this is my number one duty.
Oh, gross.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
So what should we talk about while Carter's gone
and people
fulfilling his marital duties?
People need to know that he's gross and that his house is gross and bad. And that's why there's cockroaches.
Yeah.
People need to really understand that Carter is a trash person.
It's astonishing in this video call how many bugs are in all the corners of every room that I see.
I know. Like this one.
It's like, the one you're pointing at is very big and huge.
It's so hard to
and
line up my finger with the corner of the screen.
Stop. Oh my God.
Oh, did he squish it?
Uh-oh. I hope that audio comes through. I want to use that so bad.
It's dead.
Yeah, we heard the kamosh.
It was crazy. It was up in a corner and our ceilings are pretty tall. So I got a Swiffer.
Oh no.
And just cornered it up there and you could
Did you squish it?
It was graphic.
Did it crunch?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What color was it?
Do we want to jump back in?
What color was it?
So we're streaming Better Call Saul here.
Yeah.
What else do we have going on? I personally have joined the wave that is Tiger King.
Oh, let's talk about Tiger King. Let's talk about this.
I haven't watched it yet.
Okay,
guys.
I guess we can't talk about it.
No. We can talk without giving details because I have a spicy take on this.
I watched it all, yeah. What's up, Jordan?
We watched it all
What
too. It's not a good documentary. Like it is not a well-made documentary. The most interesting person in the whole thing is not Joe Exotic or Carol. It's the dude that lives on like a cult compound and you get like 5% of his story. I don't care about Joe. Joe's a bad person. Carol's a bad person. There's no hero here. There's nobody to like in this whole story. They're all the same. They're mad at each other for doing the same thing that the other person is doing.
Right.
Like
I think it is a mess. You're right. And as far as like documentaries go, it is, but it is like Cops and Jackass and like it's all those shows like rolled up and produced better than those shows usually are.
Sure. Yeah.
And it is so incredibly interesting.
Oh, it is very interesting until you get to the end and are like, what?
Right. And there's going to be another episode. So they are doing an 8th.
No,
they're coming
I have
back.
heard about that.
The guy
Did you
who
read,
hosts
did you
the
read
Soup,
what it's
what's
going to
his
be?
name?
Is it,
Wait, really?
Is it Joel
McHale?
McHale?
He's going to do it?
Yeah.
What?
Is going to be hosting it.
What?
He's like doing interviews. Yeah.
That's so weird.
You guys know about that post-credits scene though, right?
Joe Exotic will return in Avengers.
No, it's Naomi Scott from the live action Aladdin. She comes and she's like, "Hey, I would like to buy a tiger, please."
Is it possible to buy a tiger?
It's Raja Origins.
Oh.
And then Shere Khan comes in and he's like, "Hey,
but
is this the dating app?"
It's the Idris Elba Shere Khan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tiger King feels like as you're watching the documentary that somebody is setting up, you're watching them set up so many dominoes that they're going to knock over and do the cool domino thing. And then at the very end, they're like, oh. And then they knock over the first domino and it misses. And you're like, wait, why did we set all these up?
That's hilarious. What else? Oh, I'm also, I'm streaming Schitt's Creek right now. Have we talked about that?
Ooh, no, we haven't.
Hey,
this is
for you
good
listeners
show.
at home, that's SCHITT. It's a name. Get your head out of the gutter.
We're getting that. We're not going to get that explicit tag for that. but it's so good. It is very funny.
That's
and
what
I
I've
think
heard.
y'all should give it a chance.
It's
I've
a
heard that too.
sitcom, right?
Yes.
Okay, but it's not like what's it called? It's not single cam or multicam. Sorry, it's not like Full House.
No,
Okay,
it's not.
okay.
No, and it's not like interview format, like,
Not like a Mike Schur
Office
show.
or anything
Yeah.
like that. No.
It's just like played straight sitcom, like a Modern Family.
yes.
Okay.
Well, they've got interview style too, though.
Oh, that's right. They do, don't they?
Oh yeah.
Which
So
is
it's not like
bizarre.
Modern Family.
The most bizarre creative decision.
It's like
On
Arrested
that
Development.
Doge, I know that you have to tell us what you're streaming, but before you do that, I do
Yeah.
just want to say I really, really love Modern Family, but it's not available to stream anywhere. So I haven't watched it since like the 4th season because I haven't lived at home with cable.
That's a bummer. I didn't know that it wasn't.
You cannot stream it on Hulu. You can stream only the most recent episodes.
Okay, that's what I thought. I thought there was some Hulu.
Is it available on like YouTube TV or something?
No,
Like on demand?
no. The only place you can stream it is with like the ABC subscription.
Well, who do we need to write a letter to then? This is
Governors,
unacceptable.
attorneys general.
They don't have anything going on right now.
Yeah, we should check in.
I am streaming The Office. I mean, it's we all know what it is. It's a background show, and sometimes it's a
comfort
good
food.
foreground show. It's comfort food, but I'm streaming The Office.
You're
Yeah.
streaming mac and cheese and fried chicken.
Hey, guess what? As of the time of this recording, it is 8:57 a.m. and I want nothing more than a big ol' fried chicken thigh with macaroni and cheese.
Can I tell you something that is truly honest?
I would
Yes.
love that. Yeah.
You might
Last
say you
night,
don't like mac and cheese.
No. Last night, Chelsea and I had, for the second time this week, pan fried chicken and mac and cheese.
No way.
Ooh.
I promise you this.
Sometimes I think you need it a little bit.
My plate's
I
in the
promise.
mail, I assume, right? It'll get here soon.
Yeah, how are we doing
It'll
that?
get there soon.
Perfect.
Is it like a
Perfect.
favor situation?
Yep.
Okay.
No, I'll just come in. I'll just serve you.
Yeah, I'd love that.
If you just let me have a couple, hours in your kitchen, then we'll
Perfect.
I would
do
love
that.
that. Yeah.
Coughing everywhere. Also, comfort food. Comfort food at the Willis house is a little unique as far as shows go, because our comfort food is watching people that are in a bad way. So,
Reality television.
Bravo. So yes, Real Housewives of New York is back. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills comes back on the 15th, and could not be more excited. We're in the middle of Vanderpump Rules. Bravo is dishing it out right now, and we're loving it.
Bravo.
Absolutely loving it. Dude, I almost didn't even catch that really good joke.
Thank you.
I'm glad we stopped the whole flow of the podcast to address
That's
it.
how
'cause
most
it
good
was
jokes
great.
go. People don't catch them, and then they're like, "Whoa, there it was."
Yep. Most people are crazy on these shows, which I didn't mean to segue it right now, but we will. Spring Delirium is
That was
out of our
such a good
hands.
segue.
Thankfully, it's not something that we have to worry about anymore. If you go back and listen to last week, Spring Delirium, what it has been is we actually have 64 Pixar characters that were in a bracket format, much like the big basketball tournament that they would have done this year.
That they used to have. Back before.
And, this podcast painstakingly went through these matchups, and if it was a not anonymous. What do you call it when it's like unopposed?
Unanimous.
Unanimous? Are you kidding me? I didn't know that word. Gosh, when you don't know who it is that voted, they just move on. No, when it was unanimous, Doge and Jordan, we would move them on to the next level. When they tied, they would have to argue, and then I would vote the deciding factor on who moved on. Last week, 6 of the 8 matchups in that Sweet 16.
Gosh.
It was tough. It was exhausting.
I will say this Spring Delirium segment feels a lot like the end of the Return of the King, when the hobbits all see each other again and it's like really sunny and they're happy and they're excited. Because last week while I was editing, there was a contentious energy that I was noticing during this. It was grouchy in here.
Yeah, I think it becomes hyper personal when
your co-host is wrong about stuff.
Yeah, when I'm standing there like,
Oh, no,
how are
it's
you
going
not
back.
seeing this? And then
We're reverting back.
Yeah, no,
let's move on.
I think it does feel
this
like
is the part when I say, I'll take the ring. The matchups, I won't tell you how close they were because I don't want to totally influence what happens in the final four. Our patrons had the Elite Eight and got to choose in these 4 matchups, got to vote on who would be in the final 4. The good news is it is open to everybody for the final 4 and then for the championship game. So here's what our final 4 will be. Between Woody and Mr. Incredible, Woody won that matchup. So he goes on to the final 4. And he will be against the winner between Mike Wazowski and Nemo.
That one's got to be Mike.
Mike won that one. So it's going to be Woody against Mike. Ooh. And then on the other side, we'll have between Buzz Lightyear and Lightning McQueen. Buzz Lightyear won.
Yeah.
Battle of the Lunchboxes. And then we had Sully against Dory, which I feel like was the hardest matchup.
Yeah.
And actually, that's what the votes reflected as the hardest matchup.
Interesting.
But Sully moves on.
Dude, it is 2 Monsters, Inc. versus 2 Toy Story for the finals.
It's Battle of the Buddies.
Yeah. So it's Woody against Mike, Buzz against Sully.
Oh.
So we do get to vote on this one. But so does everybody else. And then y'all don't have to argue too much about it. I don't know.
I have so many opinions about these, but I'm not going to say them because I don't want to influence the votes.
Here's the deal. No. We spent an hour last week on our 20-minute show.
I know.
Explaining all our opinions about these great characters.
I know.
I'm going to give you, I think we got time for another game. I have 2 options for you, A and B. And I'm going to let you decide which option.
Okay.
It's a blind bag.
It's a blind bag.
It's a loot box.
A or B?
I'd say B.
I'm going to go with B just to make it easy.
No, we could argue about this for a long time.
You said to make it easy?
Oh, it's extra credit.
That's ironic. Let's play extra credit, isn't it?
Gosh.
The special Toy Story version. So it's Toy Story extra credit. It doesn't have to be just Toy Story. You have the entire series.
Okay.
You have
all the toys story.
All of the toys story. Okay. So, I mean, we've got names like Tom Hanks, Tim Allen. We have, I mean, if you want to try Rasenberger, you could totally do that.
No, absolutely not.
We have Kelsey Grammer.
Hey, dude, do you feel like Tim Allen is a slam dunk?
We have Keanu Reeves.
Okay.
We have Michael Keaton.
Oh,
There's a lot out there.
I forgot that he's Ken.
So I say we start with Tim Allen, even though, and I want to be very clear, Tim Allen has essentially gone on record saying he hates us and people our age with every fiber of his being.
No way.
Yeah, essentially.
I haven't heard that.
He blames us for getting Home Improvement canceled.
Oh my gosh.
Instead of just, hey, your show ran its course and stopped being good like every show.
Well, when was Home Improvement canceled?
Dude,
let's run the numbers on that really quick. Yeah, because I spent all of 2nd grade writing letters to the producers of Home Improvement saying, this is trash television. I don't want to watch it.
I used to love Home Improvement before I knew what good things were. You can't.
Sorry, y'all do it. Is it Tim Allen?
Yeah,
here?
I think it's Tim Allen.
Obviously, our favorite actor. The Santa Claus, Home Improvement, Toy Story, and one more.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
Have we played enough extra credit? Do I need to explain the rules?
No. People understand. People understand. That's the reason people listen, is to hear us lose this game.
That's true. So do you want to start with the Santa Claus?
I want to get another one. Hey, do we think it is the incredibly problematic and insensitive film called Jungle to Jungle that might be there?
No, I really don't. My guess is it's either 2 Santies or 2 toys.
Yeah. Okay. Let's... Home Improvement is there any
chance that Last Man Standing edged out one of those things?
I know it is real popular
with the dads.
With a certain subset of the population. Exactly.
Grill dads, essentially, I think.
I think so. Home Improvement is no contest going to be in there.
Okay, let's lock that one in then.
Home Improvement, lock it in.
Bing, 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 bing.
Yeah.
Home Improvement is number 2.
Okay, number 2.
I feel like it's got to be the Santa Claus.
You want to do the Santa Claus?
Yeah,
Uno?
The first one.
Okay, the Santa Claus. Lock it in.
Bing, 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 bing. The Santa Claus, number 4. It was not until last year, or maybe 2 years ago, that I realized the double meaning of the name of this movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's great.
The first Santa Claus is like a pretty good movie.
Listen, we've talked about it before, but there is such a sharp quality drop after the first Santa Claus.
Oh, big time. But
in all movies,
Santa is still Tim Allen in my brain. So
yeah.
You're 2 for 2 so far.
It's going to be a Toy Story.
Yeah, I think so.
But which one? There's 4 of them.
You just want to launch into T-Store?
Yeah.
Number
Toy
one?
Toy Story, 1995 seminal classic, Toy Story. Lock it in.
Did you lock it in, Jordan?
Yeah, let's lock it in.
Bing, 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 bing. Number 1.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. That feels good.
So all you're missing is number 3.
Okay.
If you get this, you get 5 points, which is extra credit in this game.
I feel like it could pretty easily be another Toy Story. It could be Santa Claus 2, but it also could be Last Man Standing. How much variety we think Tim Allen is packing in that top 4? Because my guess is Toy Story 2.
Do you think any of his cool tweets about evolution and monkeys would be in his IMDb top 4? Those are fun to read.
I'm realizing I don't know nearly as much about the actual Tim Allen as y'all do.
Tim Allen is one of those people that to enjoy his body of work, I have to completely set aside everything I know about him.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know, man. I think it might be Toy Story 2 over any of those other things.
Okay, I trust you. Let's give it a shot. Because he plays, there's double the buzz in Toy Story 2.
Oh, that's true.
He plays 2 roles.
Do you feel good about that?
I do. Yeah,
right,
let's lock it in.
Toy Story 2, lock it in.
Bong, bong. Number 1 is Toy Story. Number 2 is Home Improvement. Number 3 is Galaxy Quest.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, come on.
And number 4 is The Santa Claus.
Should have thought about Galaxy
But you
Quest.
got 3, and that's good.
That's a shocking amount of variety in that top 4 for a guy who has done numerous sequels. Yeah, and
Yep. Remember, we still have the likes of Tom Hanks, Kelsey Grammer, Joan Cusack, Keanu Reeves, Michael Keaton.
Okay, hear me out.
hearing.
Kelsey?
Besides Frasier and Cheers, I don't know what to go for.
Do we think there's any X-Men's in there? Because he was a beast. Which incidentally is fantastic casting.
I don't remember that.
You
I don't
also
know that I'll
get
ever get a chance to say that.
Timothy Dalton, who was Mr. Pricklepants. Whoopi Goldberg, who was Stretch.
Oh, yeah.
Richard Kind was the bookworm.
Do we want to try? Have we ever done Tomothy before?
Maybe last summer when we did Sleepless in Seattle, we may have done that.
Tony Hale is Forky.
Oh, yeah.
We've got Keegan-Michael Key.
Keegan-Michael Key and Jordan Peele are both in Toy Story 4, and they're both going to be impossible.
Christina Hendricks.
I say that. Jordan Peele might not be impossible.
Carl Weathers.
I feel like,
which I'll thank
I feel like Carl Weathers would just be Predator and 4 Rockies or 3 Rockies. Have we done Tom?
Lots of choices.
Oh, I don't know that we've done Tom. We can give him a shot.
Let's try Tom.
Tom Hanks.
That feels honorable.
Sure. Castaway. Sleepless. Saving Private Ryan.
Forrest Gump is going to be up there.
Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump is definitely going to be up there. Saving Private Ryan probably will be up there. I would say Castaway, Catch Me If You Can might be up there.
Do you think Sleepless is in there?
I don't know. It's pretty popular.
It's a big deal. I mean, I don't think it's as good as it seems to be, but it's a big deal. I mean, Toy Story would be in there too.
Let's start with what we know, because I would bet anything Forrest Gump is in his
Forrest
top 4.
Gump is got to be number 1, I think. Forrest Gump, lock it in.
Yeah, lock in Forrest Gump.
Bing, 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 bing. Number 3.
Number 3?
Ooh.
Oh, man.
Let's do Saving Private Ryan. That's the one I'm next most confident in.
Okay. Yeah, I'm good with that. Let's lock that in.
I didn't hear it from Doge.
Saving Private Ryan, lock it in.
Bing, 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 bing. Number 4.
What? Okay.
Y'all are keeping that good pace, though. You're keeping that good pace.
Do you think it's that buddy cop movie with him and a dog?
Isn't that Turner and Hooch? No, I don't think it's Turner and Hooch.
Hang on, though. Hang on. I feel like you didn't consider that.
Hold on.
Now really think of it.
Hold on. Yeah, Turner and Hooch, lock it. No, I'm just kidding.
I think it's going to be number 1. It's going to be 0. He's going to have 5, and that's going to be the pinnacle of Tom Hanks' career.
I really think Castaway could be it.
Okay. Let's do it. Let's lock it in.
You think so?
Castaway, lock it in.
Castaway, lock it in.
Bing, 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 bing. Number 1.
Okay, that makes sense. It's mostly him.
All right. We got one more Tom.
Okay. Could it be a Toy Story?
I think it's either Sleepless or a Toy Story.
Toy Story is huge.
Yeah. I mean, Sleepless in Seattle was like that hit at the peak of Hank's fever.
You think that was the peak of Hank's fever?
Maybe not the peak of Hank's fever, but once people were like, there's a little bit of heat to this guy. I feel like that, like Sleepless was like.
I feel like the hair spoke for itself. I feel like they didn't need to be told there was heat.
I mean, do you think, basically the question comes down to, do you think it's Sleepless or do you think it's Toy Story 1?
Yeah, I think it's.
Of those two, I think it's Sleepless.
Okay, I think it's Toy Story, but I'm willing to go with what you think.
Toy Story. Lock it in.
I only heard a lock in from one half of the group.
Yeah, let's lock it in. I feel like Doja's going to be right, but let's lock it in.
Bong bong.
Yeah.
Number 1 is Castaway. Number 2 is Big.
Oh, interesting.
I did not
number
think
3
Big
is
would be in
Forrest
there.
Gump, and number 4 is Saving Private Ryan. Now,
we
here's
can
the
still win
thing.
this. If we get 3
You
right.
can absolutely, you have to get 3 of 4 on this next actor or actress, and you would win. Would this feel like a legitimate win to y'all?
yeah.
Hear me out. Richard Kind is the bookworm in Toy Story 3. We talked about Richard Kind on the show a couple of weeks ago. Richard Kind also plays Bing Bong. Richard Kind plays Molt in A Bug's Life.
Scrubs.
And I think that, yeah.
I don't know.
I think we could, I mean, Richard Kind, I feel like we could get him because he's a little lower profile boy. The credits that we know him from are some of his biggest stuff.
Yeah, but sometimes those people end up with weird indie stuff in their top foursies.
Richard Kind is a suggestion.
No, I like it. I like it. Let's keep thinking.
So they don't get forgotten because there were a ton of names mentioned. So we do have Richard Kind, Tony Hale, Keegan-Michael Key, Jordan Peele, Christina Hendricks, Keanu Reeves.
We could
Michael
get 3
Keaton.
of Jordan Peele.
Could we?
Key and Peele, get out us. If those 3 are not in his top 4 on IMDb, I'm deleting the app and I'm never using it again.
I'm willing to go out on that limb.
Yeah, I feel like it's got to be Jordan Peele. The Peele Pulse hero.
The Peele
All right.
hero. Going Jordan Peele to try and win this thing?
Yep.
Yes, sir. Key and Peele.
Key and Peele, lock it in, yeah.
Lock it in.
Did you? Bong bong. See, that's what I hate the order that y'all choose to do certain things because it deflates you. But you
Get
have
out.
to get all 3 of these.
Get
you
out.
have to get all 3.
Get out. I'm not talking about the movie Carter. I'm telling you to get out. No, get out. Let's lock in Get Out.
Get out, lock it in.
Bing, 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 bing. Number 1.
Us.
You have 7 points. You need 2 more.
It's got to be Us.
Us, lock it in.
Lock it in.
Bing, 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 bing. Number 2. You have
me.
1 more guess
Hear me
to
out.
win this game.
Hear me out.
1 more guess to win this game.
Candyman? Question mark? Or
He's like essentially a consultant.
or Toy Story 4 where he's a voice.
It's definitely not Candyman.
Okay.
The movie that isn't even out, that he's only barely attached to. It's definitely not in his top 4.
Toy Story 4.
What about that movie that him and Keegan-Michael Key starred
Keanu.
and produced?
The cat.
Keanu.
The cat movie.
Keanu could be up there. You think Toy Story 4? I haven't seen Toy Story 4 yet. Are they big enough roles to justify them showing up in a top 4?
I mean, nobody's a big role in that movie besides Woody, which was my main problem with that movie. They're in it and they're fun. They've got like Olaf energy where it's like the movie wouldn't be worse without you. It was just like, you don't really add anything, but you're there and you're kind of fun.
I feel you. Okay. Since I haven't seen it and you have, I'm going to defer to your judgment whether you think Keanu or Toy Story 4.
I think it'll be Keanu. Honestly, I think it'd be Keanu over this.
I just feel like nobody saw Keanu. I
feel like everybody saw Key and Peele, and how on earth is that not in his top 4?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just his name. In the literal name of the show.
I mean, would his, because he was a writer on Mad TV.
It's true. He was in Mad TV for a little while.
Would that be in there over Key and Peele?
I don't know, man. It feels like one of these others is the safer bet.
Okay. Let's. Oh my gosh.
I do love the stakes of this game.
More people saw Toy Story 4.
He like wrote and starred in Keanu. I'm not fighting for Keanu. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
No, I know. That's what I'm thinking. What do you think? You said you'd defer to me, and I don't like that pressure.
I think there's also a good chance it's both.
How?
We only have 2?
Oh, yeah, that's true. Let's do Keanu.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to?
No, but I also don't want to do the other one.
Keanu, lock it in.
Bing, 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 bing,
Oh
bing,
my
bing, bing, bing,
goodness.
You have 1 extra credit.
Yes.
Whoa.
You have 1. Number 1, Get Out. Number 2, Us. Number 3, Keanu. Number 4, he was a producer and is actually credited for an Oscar nomination for Black Klansman.
Oh, cool.
I didn't realize he was involved with that.
I didn't either. You did it. That was way too intense.
Oh, man.
That was way
harrowing.
Too intense. So, to end this episode, I want you to give me your name and I want you to tell me, how are you going to celebrate today? As soon as you get off this, how are you celebrating your second legitimate win of extra credit in the 50 plus times that we've played it? My name is Carter, and I'm going to go a little crazy with my golden nuggets on Animal Crossing. I think I'm just going to buy like golden wallpaper. I think I'm going to get some star fragments. I might create something, and I'm just going to go ham. I'm going to be a little irresponsible.
Yeah.
Because y'all won extra credit again.
That's really beautiful. Thank you for sharing that.
I'm Doge, and I'm going to Disney World on Google Street View because it's closed right now.
Such a... Yeah, someone should actually do that. That sounds hilarious.
Just make it your Zoom background.
You hear that massive click? That had to be on purpose.
Just shattered his space bar. I'm Jordan, and I'm going to make a second cup of coffee. Just sort of, I don't want to get too big of a head. I want to keep my wits about me.